my god, that's absolutely hilarious. Somehow, my phone hit a button where my Google came up and said, "Who do you want to call?" And I said, "Ghostbusters." And she said, "Sorry, who do you want to call?" I said, "Ghostbusters." And she didn't get it. But she's technology that doesn't have the context until she does. Like, how do you know what kind of sense of humor a consciousness has or an entity has unless we know what we fill that entity with? That is how energy fills entities, and the entities reflect the energies that are feeding them. So, if we know that, the dancing bee, then we can see the need to move our body. So, what we're going to do is actually create a special practice together. I'm going to invite you to actually do this with me as we literally right now go under Cranberry Road. We're in the municipality of Port Hope, which is very significant given hope is all we have at the end of the day that we can keep safe and true to our heart, just as is our faith. Now, I remember a time when I was just tuning into energetic patterns without fully understanding all that I was tuning into, or that it wasn't even visible to others, that were tuned into a literal reality when I was reading an energetic, mythic, and symbolic one. Simultaneously, animals cross your path, look up their symbolism. Look at what they symbolically mean, see what their symbols. It would seem the new castle. That's what we enter when we actually become the defender of the territory of us, responsibly, capably being a very, very, very big and key piece of this equation. Capacity reflects our personage, and our personage reflects our perspective. So perspectivism says that everything is slanted based on the perspective of the ones with a perspective of a situation, and from which vantage point they're viewing the situation makes a really, really big difference. It is true, yes. So, we must, though, understand that we are the ones on the field of consciousness. We are the players on the field of consciousness that we are co-creating existence within. We have to understand that laws are governed by those who decide to set rules within boundaries of claimed territory they deem their kingdom they are king to. So, without further ado, it is time for you to see how a Lord and Savior is actually playing into heroism, which requires a victim and a persecutor and a bystander or a rescuer to intervene, which is the hero archetype. So without a role, the hero has no place of importance. They are just average until called upon in chaos to bring order to the realm, which is why we must see that land, air, water, and space are the laws of what is really underway, and that brings in spirit. Spirit, oh my Lord, woohoo, yes, that's exactly it, the law, the LAWD, LAW apostrophe D is the Lord and Savior, but I just made the shift between to soul, away from being just about the space. Now it actually goes to the soul that is the energetic essence of us that makes us us, that has no weight, is nothing physical, but still it is what drives us. And when we become dust, it remains as the main character in whatever incarnation it is experiencing itself through the lens it wished to view all that is through. That's why I chose to be a Hamilton baby. That's why I chose my pride to be Hamiltons. We make it through and even did you know one of the lords who actually called the 1215 Magna Carta in 2001 on March 23rd. Apparently in Parliament it was heard that the barons, 25 of them, had petitioned for the Article 61 of the 1215 Magna Carta that came into existence because King John, who was in a feud with Pope Innocent over who got to have a role the innocent wanted to take its toll through him and get his tolls paid as well. And so, because John didn't want to play or pay, Innocent gave away the kingdom's keys to the papacy and its support, which meant that King John was excommunicated and his kingdom was no longer able to benefit from the papacy. So even though they may be the great mob, now we've got mob consciousness, and it's not even a reflection of what we are capable of. Instead, it's charged by vengeance, so they're going after those who came after them, or maybe will. That's how we feel when we get tied up in competition we can't heal. How could we? Everybody's in a rush. Oh yes, it's true that you are entering the green belt. We've got to see the magnetic heart field of us, that our soul resides within the center. Point the heart surgeons know you can't touch if you're a heart surgeon, and you'd be willing to verify that you know there is a place on the heart you can't go. I'd love to know, just to have it confirmed, so it's not just BS that I put in, I believed in me, cause BS in my realm is belief systems. Do you know belief systems get you to leave me the present to pursue the yes you believed in before now, and so somehow you need to see that if all the traffic's going fast, but at the same pace, then you don't need to change lanes. I saw a triangle inside a circle with words inside of that. I wanna slow down so I can see, but I don't, so I won't, and now it has gone past me. The cross is the view there from Quebec, oh, Quebec. How do you actually pronounce it? I don't know. I'm just playing, just fish, oh. Teach teach a man to fish, it serves him for life. Do it for him, you don't do nothing nice when he's sitting waiting for his meal to be delivered. Say I'll be back and then don't return, like the mama eagle who will push her young out of the nest before she never returns again. They either fly or don't, but 90% make it. The other 10% don't, and those who won't go off the edge. When she nudges them, she leaves, and they die where they were born because they don't know where else to go. That's why it's important to know the great place we live within that carries codes. Designed to make us be able to find the parts of us we left behind before in your video games. If you want to think about life and this world, I was going too fast. That's why I slowed down and started singing, because I was like, didn't mean to go that fast, but there I was, and hey, it's true, I'm just trying to get where I'm going. Hope you've enjoyed my show. If you did, so leave a comment down below. Let me know how many O's can you get in a row, baby. Oh yeah. Okay, so Newcastle, storage. What are you storing? What are you bringing with you into the new year? These are the things that I really want you to think about, because you can get clear on what you are willing to leave here. 2024. You will land. Next exit, land here. Knowing how to call your energy present is how we cut through resentment. We actually speak what needs to be said, so it's not buried within us, and instead it's in the space. Highway of Heroes. We persecute, victimize, and rescue, because that's what you do in High Rose Prism. It's a PR-ism. The ism, which is the system that the public relations campaign is about, is the dominant culture of the hegemonic priesthood, which is what I refer to the Holy See as. Holy See being how we have remained under the rule of Rome in disguise, because the Roman Republic transitioned to the Roman Empire, and then the empire became manorialism, where every manor had to look after himself or get incorporated into the body politic, or the corporeal body. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, without any further ado, because I'm going a little fast. So, I must find gas. And I would like to just ask again, if you haven't already, leave a comment or go to Patreon and let me know you want to have a conversation, because did you know that in January we are going to start having group coaching calls for the patrons that wish to pay to play with me, and so that I can actually show up and offer what I have created, which is the manuscript called Leveling the Playing Field, The Real Story of Rome. Now, if you've seen my course or heard me talk about the course I have on Udemy, The Real Story of Rome, the course I have on Udemy is Leveling the Playing Field, Ode to Laurelise. Laurelise being the language of empowerment, and the people can borrow or lease, or they can leave. Totally their call, as it always is for us all. And it's time to also stand and say that if we won't make people feel important at a time of year when that is really what people are hopeful of, being seen, you know? I hope that I chose to go the right way. Oh, Liberty Street, we're gonna go down Liberty Street in Bowmanville. Liberty to drive through oil change. Liberty Street, Port Darlington. Whoa, I don't know I went the right way. Oh, I can go on to Liberty. That's great. It's the car wash. Ooh. East Kingston, the other way. Hotel there. He turns into Skylight Donuts drive-through. Oh my gosh, they have a whole drive-through for donuts? Brilliant. Ooh, gotta go.